Hello, fellow watchers and enjoyers. It is I, Piggy, joined by Ash. We are here today to do a little Walford on tap for you. This is mainly going to focus on Nish Panazar, who is woken up from his slumber. He was given the kiss of life, like that frog that got kissed and turned into a human, whatever that story was. So yeah. Ash, would you like to run through episode?
Yeah. Obviously, this episode is the 9th of January 2024, and we're back to it's Sixmas again. And they're back on our screens. And yeah, as said by Piggy, obviously the most interesting part of this is simply Nish is awake. It's like, okay, all right. What does he remember initially? And Suki goes through like, what do you remember? And at first he seems very confused. You're like, I don't know. Also, it's also very interesting to see Nish as this fucking powerless fucking, like, I don't know. He's powerless. He has nothing, like, to hold him there. No, like, fucking suit to make him look important. No fucking...
Can I just chime in already?
Yeah.
I understand I think he's going along with the fact Keanu hit him, but still, in the instance, I understand Eastenders, so logic doesn't make sense. But he technically was hit in self-defense because he was grabbing his wife and dragging her home. Like, if I see someone down the road getting fucking dragged into a car, I'm not going to stand there with a bit of pocket of popcorn, like, fuck it. I'll try and help, like. You know, I know they want to basically plan the story with Keanu hitting Nish, but even if Nish tries to speak the truth, the six of them can be like, fuck off, that did not happen.
Yeah,
Six against one.
he had a brain injury. There's no way he remembers what actually happened. You know, if he did,
I understand it's Eastenders.
But
it's
yeah,
Eastenders, so this logic does not make sense.
Suki ends up kind of being like, yo, it was Keanu who hit you, right? And Nish is, you can kind of see him like, okay, yeah, I guess. So he tells the police that yes, it was Keanu who hit him. And he fucking, the police, so it checks out, it is Keanu. It's got more people to say like, yeah, all right. It's kind of, it continues though as Suki kind of confronts him and is like, look, I am still leaving you, I am leaving you. We need a divorce. I'm leaving you. And he goes, fuck it. All right, fine. You can have your divorce. And it's like, whoa, what? He's actually conceding. So he's actually technically accepted the fact that Suki is with another woman.
This is, again, I feel like this is gonna be like Dirty Den turned up to 10, because I feel like this is gonna where we're gonna be now. I'm not gonna fall for this. I might fall for it. It's fucking me. I will fall for it. But we're gonna fall for this where it's gonna be like, oh, he's changed. He's changed.
Yes.
Dan, 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 dan. He fucking walks in, big balls on him.
Yeah,
fucking
just like,
look at
I've
you,
changed,
women.
I'm different, and then the mask slips, and then it's just like, whoa, what the
he
fuck?
fucking Nuggets like, so Dad, Granddad, what do you want? Bosh, fuck you, child. You let my wife escape. Fuck you. It's like, well, what did I do, Dad, Granddad? Fuck you.
Yeah, because obviously later on though, we see Vinny like being like, look, Dad, it's really good that you've actually accepted them, and she was happy and we weren't happy. But you just see him kind of like fucking just does that like after like fuck. He's like scrunching the bed like
holding in a fart.
The nurse is easing that tension apparently. Sorry, Vinny, carry on. Sorry, Jesus. But yeah, so like on the surface, fucking on the surface, he's accepted Suki and Eve. And now Suki's like, yeah, fuck it, no issue. And obviously, the difference is Suki kind of rallies the Panasars and, like, Ravi and Priya and Avani. Like, yo.
And Nugget.
And Nugget, but yeah. But, like, yo, they're alive.
And Vinny.
They are alive. And you should fucking see them. you know?
Like, I am gonna step in here and say it is the right thing to do. No matter how I understand people will go, but he's an abuser. I know he's an abuser, but it's the right thing to do because he's only been abusive to Suki in an instance and Ravi mainly, and somewhat to Vinny, somewhat.
I mean, I get the idea of what you're saying, but I'll kind of cut in by essentially saying he can continue at the level he reached at Christmas. He has to get he has to go straight back down. Now he has now we're seeing how he's going to function without Suki.
Yeah, what I'm essentially saying is the right thing to do because even if he's beating your kids, I know he hasn't touched the kids. Don't get mad at me for suggesting that, but it is the right thing to do. They are family.
Yes.
Like if he threw like a cottage pie in Nugget's face, punched the fanny right in the fanny, and then fucking hit Ravi with a bowling pin, whatever the fuck he hit, rolling pin, not bowling pin. I understand where you'd be like, yeah, you're not gonna see my kids, but it is kind of the right thing to do, and this is going to be more grounded, and we're going to see Nish slowly rise back up. This is like if Den wasn't killed off, and then we're going to see Den try and win his ways back with the women that hurt him,
like
killed him.
You'd have to start from the bottom again. He does say like, yeah, I do accept it, but get the fuck out my house. But he didn't earn that house. He didn't do any of the work to get that house or buy that house. But you know what? You've decided that you're leaving. In a way, it's only fair to not uproot the family. And it's just, the most interesting part is you don't want this fucking... Fuck, where am I going with this? You don't, you still need... Basically, if you want to keep Nish on the show, you have to either change the way he's going, or you have to kind of build to the inevitable, fuck you, I'm not over it, this is all a fucking criminal shame. It's either you zig or you zag. Either Nish is actually gonna start to try and redeem himself a little bit more, or you just have him build to eventually him being like, no one can have me, but no one can have you but me, Suki, and you're not allowed to be happy because I'm miserable.
But if he signs the divorce papers, I expect in the anniversary week he's gonna hand her divorce papers, kind of like Den and Angie, where it's like, fine, you want to be a lesbian, be a fucking lesbian, but not my house, bitch. Get the fuck. I know he basically said
you have to start from zero again.
Yeah, and I feel like what's gonna happen is he's gonna be like, you want the divorce papers? Oh, hold on, I have a paper here. You want the divorce? Oh, you want the divorce papers? You can have the divorce papers, but before you take the divorce papers, I have one thing to tell you. You have to sign your name out of all the businesses, and you're fired from the shop. Do I take it or do I leave it? It's like, I'll take it, and it's like, I'm taking it, Nish. I'm taking it, but let me have the fucking papers, Nish. Thank you.
But this is the inevitable calm before the storm, as you can tell. Nish clearly isn't happy with it. It'll clearly blow up. But it was just a really interesting, the dynamic has changed now. The dynamic's different. He's Nish is no longer the all-powerful, I control this. Now he's out of control. And it's now time to see where they'll take it, which is the most interesting part, because the Nish dynamic's really fucking good.
We love Nish.
We love Nish. Nish is one of the best characters they've introduced in the last, decade. He's a really complex character.
I think what's going to happen is he's going to make sure Suki does not get any of the businesses in the divorce.
Yeah.
And he's going to be like, Suki, you have to find your own work. And then we'll see Suki working as a cleaning the bog in the community centre. Oh, someone took a big massive dump in here. Oh, fucking smells. Oh.
I swear there was a property that was going to come out. Maybe Suki starts. Maybe I know this doesn't really work for Suki, but maybe she even fucking works a laundrette or some shit. She has to fucking go straight from the bottom and kind of embrace a new life.
And then you could have Nish be like very controlling over Ravi and Vinny being like, Vinny, you're shit.
I don't think Ravi would be there, but I do think that Vinny will obviously be taken in. I think that Priya will be taken in as well. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Nish essentially rebuilt his life, but just like puts like kind of raises Priya like basically up to the fucking throne, right? Like, yes, you're the woman I want, you're the best. But ultimately it's because he can control her and kind of. But it's just this is why I'm happy that they didn't kill him off at Christmas. It's not. It's happened a lot sooner than I expected it to be. But I'm pretty content to see where this goes. As they put it to bed somewhat. Like, he's not an issue anymore. But like, he fucking is. He fucking will be.
You can't have two people in a coma, and people are going to go, 2 people are in a coma. Yes, Debbie. I know she's barely mentioned.
Yeah,
she's like
true.
a fucking rat in her arse. But like she's there, and Nish is gonna Nish. You couldn't have him in a coma for 3 months. But so Debbie's in a coma, and Nish is in a coma, and there's a pair in a par 3. So what do we do here? So yeah, Nish. Hopefully this will be a redemption arc, and then it'll be like
I mean, it'll either be a redemption arc or just continue his villainy, really.
I hope it's a redemption arc, but it's just a good old Vinny Russo swerve at the end. It's like he's redemption.
Yeah. I would love to see like the fucking Nish is really good. The door shuts. If I'm not fucking over it. So, whoa. Danger. Like the danger's like the danger's unknown, right? But it'll be building. It's bubbling under the surface. And that's what they've really done good with Nish and Suki and even this storyline. And that's honestly probably the most fun bit of the episode. Obviously, we'll talk about the other stuff in the podcast on Sunday. But this has been Walford on Tap. I've been Ash, been joined by Piggy.
Yeah, farewell. And we must bid you a goodbye and a good night. Bang.
I suppose the question to suggest is, what do you think about this new direction of Nish and Suki and that dynamic with the power being gone? Would love to hear what everybody thinks about it. Tell us in the comment section down below. And thank you for watching. Join us in the next one. Bye-bye.